In 1873, the Waratah Coal Company began production at their new mine in Raspberry Gully, after abandoning their original site near Waratah. This became known as the South Waratah Colliery. To transport their coal to Port Waratah, a 6.9-kilometre railway was constructed from the Raspberry Gully site to link up with their former railway to the original Waratah Colliery in 1887. This enabled them to run through to Scholey Street on the main Northern Railway. The South Waratah Colliery became commonly known as Charles Pit, after the company director Charles Smith. Subsequently, the local community where the miners resided became known as Charlestown. In 1897, the Waratah Coal Company was acquired by Caledonian Collieries after it was placed into liquidation as a result of skyrocketing debt. This was exacerbated by the high cost of building the Flaggy Creek shaft. With the closure of the original Waratah Colliery at West Waratah, the Raspberry Gully site became known as simply Waratah Colliery. Like other private railways in the Hunter region, the Raspberry Gully line featured its own locomotive fleet. This included 3 Manning Wardle saddle tanks of former New South Wales Government Railways E17 class, which was known as Old Dick, a 24 class and 2 25 class. By 1961, production at the Waratah Colliery had ceased, resulting in the closure of the railway. Today, there is little evidence to remind us of the route's industrial past. Even so, part of the line near Georgetown is still intact, and along the route, there are hints that a railway existed in the area. This video will follow as much of the former railway from Scholey Street Junction in Islington to the site of the South Waratah Colliery. Before we continue, it would be appreciated if you click like and subscribe to assist with the production of additional videos like this one. This image shows the route from Scholey Street near Waratah to Lambton Road. As stated, a length of track is still in place in the Georgetown area, and it is well worth a visit to observe this section. This location is roughly where the line crossed over the old Lambton Colliery Railway, and is roughly the site of the junction to the original Waratah Colliery in West Waratah. From this point, the line proceeded in an arc-shaped curve towards the current site of the football stadium. adjacent to Lambton Road, shows the deterioration of the former bridge piers at Sticks Creek. Immediately after crossing the Sticks Creek Bridge, the railway crossed over the Wallsend Tramway. Although a bike path roughly follows the old railway, as shown in this map, between Lambton Road and Cot Tarra, the railway passed along the eastern side of the Sticks Creek Canal, whereas the bike path deviated along Jellicoe Parade. When searching for evidence of old railways, a good idea is to observe the landscape for irregular humps, like this example on St. James Road in Adamstown. Given the angle of the bridge under the main Northern Railway, which will appear shortly, it is clear that the railway crossed at this location. This aerial image shows the railway alignment in the vicinity of what is currently the Cot Tarra Shops area. From this we can accurately determine where the formation intersects with Northcote Drive and Park Avenue. Apart from a couple of short sections, the bike path closely follows the rail alignment from Cot Tarra Shops to the Raspberry Gully Reserve. Based on the previous aerial image, the railway probably followed an alignment at roughly ground level of the housing units in this scene. This is probably the location where the bike path meets the track alignment after separating at Park Avenue. Today, the site of South Waratah Colliery has been remarkably transformed into a nature reserve. It is a marvelous place to visit for those who wish to reflect on the region's industrial history, for those who love nature, or for those who just want to take a pleasant stroll and appreciate the surrounding environment. This scene is probably the same view as shown in the previous image. Known as Scarborough, these homes at Charlestown were occupied by strikebreakers during an industrial dispute at Waratah Colliery. As a reminder to the site's former occupation, a memorial has been placed along the roadside in Kirkdale Road. Meanwhile, the former poppet wheel has been placed on display along the Pacific Highway in Charlestown, the town that derived its name from the mine. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope that you will join us again when we explore another forgotten railway.